Hello, you guys. Welcome to the Wise Women Way in the Kitchen. We're less in the garden these days. Anyway, this is part 3 for our savory cabbage. We thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Elizabeth Lyde. We love listening to music, so the music that you hear, we don't own any rights. Anyhow, today we're at the finished product of our savory cabbage. We did part 1 and 2, and this is 3, our finished dish. So here we go, you guys. This is how we're going to do it. This is our finished savory cabbage. What we're going to do is use our green chopper, and we're going to chop it up because this savory cabbage is delicious over garden salads. It lays more on a pickled side from the apple cider vinegar, but it's seasoned well and it's delicious. So we're going to just go ahead and use our chopper like this so you guys can really see what I'm doing. And we're just going to chop it up. This is an old school way of doing things, and I kind of like some of the old school way. It reminds me of when I was young and innocent in the kitchen with my mother and my grandmother, as well as my relatives in North Carolina. Matter of fact, I got this chopper a few years ago from my cousin Angerie, whom I love to death, one of my favorite cousins. I spent a lot of time with her and her kids. I'm grateful. Anyhow, this is how we chop up the cabbage. Okay, and sometimes you just have to pull it over with a chopper and keep on chopping until you have small pieces. And basically, when you hear that noise, it's chopping. You want it chopped up nice so you can spread it over your salads. This is delicious, you guys. Okay? So, this is the only dish I made. This is going to be kind of canned. We're going to add some water to it. And I think this is enough chopping. So, let's check the consistency of it. Okay, let's get in the light. Look at that. Let's see. Maybe we'll pull it up some. I see a few long pieces. We don't want that because we want it to be chopped cabbage to go over our salad. So just going to chop it up just a little bit more. That's all. Yeah, we can use a blender to do this, or not a blender, a food processor. But like I say, sometimes it's nice doing things the old way. I like this because, have you ever thought about if the grid went down, what would you do with everything that you use electricity for? So I like to keep some old stuff in the house, old school stuff in the house, just in case. Okay, so you guys, I'm going to simply put this back on stand so we can go ahead and put it in our jar. And after we put it in our jar, then we can go ahead and add water, which is going to be nice. Okay, so here is our mason jar. Let's just move everything over here so we can put it in our jar. And I'm just going to go ahead, and use this here fork we started off with right here. And just, just like you picking up food to put in your mouth. Okay, so you know what, you guys? Let me just give it a better chop with my hands. 3. Here we go. I think that will do it. So here you go, you guys. This is our, you know what? I'm going to go in here And I'm going to get the tongue, also known as a kitchen spatula. Here we go. Thank you guys for waiting some time. You know, we get off our game in life, but here we go. We'll put that right into our jar, just like that. The juices and everything right into the jar. And with these tongues, if you guys can see me, with the tongues, you can always clean around bowls and things. I just love working with these. In another video, I showed how you can use it to reach things in your cabinets if you're a shorty like I am, even if you're not, you know. So we don't need this any longer. Put the top on that. But what we want to do, and this board is totally clean. Okay, so now what we want to do is give it a taste with our bowl. Okay, here we go. Wow, this is going to be delicious. Okay, look at that, you guys. Now this here is our savory cabbage that we're going to store in this. Is it a mason or the ball jar? See, here go, you guys. That is your chopped savory cabbage. Let's give it a try. Delicious. So what we're going to do, we have a paper towel. We'll clean that off. We're going to put our top there on top. We're going to close this up, give it a little shake. Now with this, if you choose to, you can add water right there to the neck, and this will last a very long time because of the vinegar content that's already in it. Or either you can fill it half and half with oil or vinegar, or you can just leave it just like that, totally fat-free without water, and use it over your salads. In this case, I'm going to use this on my salads as we go through the days, and I'm going to enjoy it. Remember, this is cabbage, some cabbage from our garden, red bell pepper from the garden, evergreen tomato from the garden. And we're just so grateful that we can use the food that we grew and incorporate it with other things to make it good. And it's a very good dish because the vinegar content really helps to keep your blood thin. And cabbage is good for you. It helps to clean you out. So don't make a mistake and think cabbage is bad for you. Anyway, guys, look at our other videos. You know, we have where we pickled some watermelon rinds, and we also did the preserve the fresh strawberries, which we can use for later, or if you decide you want to freeze them, that's the strawberry, you can. The pickled watermelon here, you see right here in this particular jar, we have some old and some new. And it's like you can kind of mix it around in a 3, 4, 5, 6 months, however you choose. You can grab you some more of the pickled watermelon rinds and then close it back up. And you also have the newer rinds that are being pickled at the same time. Now we have other jars as well that we pickled watermelon in, where it's just straight pickled watermelon for next year. And then we have another container where we have plain pickled watermelon rinds from last year. So we can keep it throughout the year. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in for our Savory Cabbage Part 3. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for watching us. We really enjoy you guys' company. If you like what we do, please share and subscribe. If you want to see more of what we do, hit that notification button so you'll know when our next video is coming up. We could be in the kitchen, we can be in the garden, And we also can be walking for wellness, or we also can be on a field trip with Ice Space, our book club, which we piggyback off of the Black Book. So we call it the Black Book Club. We don't have any affiliation with the book itself. So, just press the verification button if you want to know what's up next. Thank you for joining us. And especially one of my supporters, Ida Gripper, Cynthia James. You guys be well. Think higher as you go through life. And with the same token, always practice being wiser. Ashe.